How's that? That looks a bit better. I like started to commentate my commentary. Well, I technically did, but I didn't. I got distracted by like 20 billion people coming in, and I figured I'd just do it again, but without not being live, doing it on my own. Oh wait, are we talking about when you said commentate my commentary? I immediately thought you were talking about the buy match. But are you talking about me watching me? That's happened a few times too. Me watching old footage of me watching things. Not recently. Usually it's just like me watching, like I think we did me watching me making predictions about Street Fighter 5. Violent Ken is an, every character has 6 default colors and 1 secret color in this game. Violent Ken is Ken's secret color. That was cool. Super canceled the... It's sad. It's honestly sad to go back and watch early Street Fighter 5 footage. It's just very depressing. It's just reminders of what we could have had. I mean, that was a really weak connect even for mid-air connects. Secret color is light punch plus medium kick plus heavy punch when choosing the character. Parry is 3. Remy's parry super is usually regarded to be the bottom 1 super in the game. Like literally the worst. I played Jigglypuff in Melee. Spyro 3 someday. Maybe once the Reignited trilogy. It's like impossible to ever get it. Parries with a super freeze are already shitty. The only way he can really land it is parrying a multi-hit attack. And like parrying one of the first hits and then like supering one of the later hits. Now Makoto Super 3 is, at least it confers some really nice things on you. Makoto doesn't have to block that much, thankfully, because of the way she moves. The way she can zip around, or her jump arc and whatnot. Her dash punching. Don't get me wrong, it's not good. X flat is, it's worse than Super 1, but I've seen 12 players who prefer it. I don't think it's bottom. It's hard to confirm. You've got to confirm it off of close medium kick into a pretty hard combo. X copy I'd say is more awful than X flat. Honestly, Makoto Super 1 is about as good as her Super 2 is. It's a lot more confirmable. I've never played Jozaza. Chun Super 3 is like a fucking bottom tier super as well. Chun Super 1 actually does see competitive play here and there, especially against Hugo. I did some light punch DP Kara DPs. They're not easy. You've got to do frame perfect timing and you've got to get a Kara. But, you know, they're not actually very risky at all to go for. You lose a little bit of Oki and that's all. And they actually build meter, so, you know, it's not like you're even fully losing out. They're not unsafe. That's a nice red. And it looked like he did block after the red. Like he was ready to block a DP. These guys are experts. They were playing last match. Last video. Kuma never picks any super except Super 1 in any footage I've ever seen. Tatsu is theoretically better than Super 2, I guess. Or it does more damage and they have the same setups. I don't know how to get frame tap to work. You just open it up and then there's a button that's like load Street Fighter 4. Then you click that button and then Street Fighter 4 loads and then it automatically goes into the window. You can do like low short, jab short with Akuma Super 1. I think you can't do that with his other two supers, which is kind of a bust because that's a good confirm. I think that they also don't work with close medium kick. So his main super confirms kind of go out the window. You're in Super 1, we talk about it a lot here. It's not horrible. It's better than Super 2. Q Super 1, Q Super 3 is the grab one. And it's also not horrible, but worse than his other two supers. Q supers aren't amazing, but they're alright. I would say that his Super 2 is probably like a 6 out of 10 super. Super 1 is probably like a 5 out of 10 super. Super 3 is probably like 2 out of 10, maybe 3 out of 10. Probably 2. It's like bad. But it's not like it's not like the opportunity cost of it isn't huge. And it is a command grab, so you know, you can sneak it in. It is kind of scary when Q activates near you, to be honest. It's usually Super 2 on twins. Super 2 is the big hit. Twins, there's struggles from command grab into that are kind of good. This can neutral. Yeah, Super 1 is the rush punches. You can really go either way. Super 1 and Super 2 work in most matchups. Super 2 works in a few more matchups. But you lose out on EX, and EX dash punch is actually kind of good. That was a good confirm. Shit. He got a kind of high connect cross up. It's hard to come out of medium kicks in this game, like jump medium kicks. Not a lot of time. SA3 is so deadly they always fucking pick. You mean Super 2. Super 2 is Rolling Thunder. Learn your numbers. There are some supers I know nothing about. I don't think I've ever seen a Yang ever pick Super 1. I couldn't make any sort of assessment on how good it is. I've never labbed it either. Parry to block is high IQ. He used a parry to allow himself to get closer to go for another parry. This is like complete mastery between these Kens. This is all these same players, but it's not the same matches. That's nice charging on that. When you play well as Remy, the opponent still builds more meter than you. Look at the meters. Don't think either of them had spent bar yet. And Remy had not taken any damage yet and Ken had taken like a quarter of his health. That was nice. Oh, he didn't have a super. No ender for medium kick. Well, there's an ender. It's just shitty. It's fucking roundhouse. That was good. He needed something aggressive as hell, and he got it. I too love how wobble. I too love how Hugo wobbles back and forth. Whoa. That was a nice parry. That's only like -3 if you block it. This is like very hard to win now. Surprised he even went for that EX flash kick. There's such aggressive parrying in this. Delayed mid meaty. This Remy feels like he's playing out of his weight class, I bet. It's not like Ken versus Remy is that bad of a matchup. Well, it only is because Ken is good and Remy is bad. Wow, that was an optimal ass punish. Jesus. I think he got a crouching opponent there, being super. He might have been afraid he was too far away because he wasn't point blank. You don't need to be point blank for that link, but there is a range where it falls out and he was close to it. Okay, I do need to practice before the BAF Cup and I haven't researched any character yet. I'll probably do that tonight, tomorrow. Why don't you just play each other? I only care about the news that comes from E3. I don't really care about watching it. Back crouch fierce. It's got lower upper body invincibility. Jump jab anti-air. Akuma's hard. Technically all three of Akuma's DPs have invincibility, but only hard DP is invincible till it hits. Akuma has no EX uppercut, so they made he's got the only instance of non-EX invincibility in the game. He's got teleport and hard DP. That being said, hard DP doesn't have that much range, and only the final hit knocks down, I think. So if you lose a hit, if you lose hits, you die. And the meaty timing is not very hard, you can just eyeball it. There's no sort of precision to it, unless you're trying to do like deep meaties. If you want like last frame universal overhead, that's pretty precise. Yeah, I agree. About mirrors in this game. The depth of knowing matchups is ridiculous once parries come into play. You can become that guy who every single time you block, every single time you wake up, you see Ken's overhead, you block the first hit and red parry the second. You can become that guy. And even if you miss the red parry, you know, nothing bad happens. There aren't that many Ken players who can, or anti-Ken players I should say, since they can play anyone. There aren't that many people who can do that even now, but you can practice and become that person pretty easily. It's just that, you know, you can do that with every single character. There's a lot of different things to do it for. See, he just went for a red parry there. Frame chat doesn't always. There's like, you know, it's kind of weird about the about certain attacks. That was a light red fireball. You don't see that very often. It usually just locks people down in a weird sort of way because they're looking for multiple parries and then there's only one, so they're looking for a parry a little long. That red. He had a super confirmed from that low strong, I think. He actually could have dead canceled it. That was a wild time to go for oh, these meaties all working. That reset was aggressive. Akuma Super 1 is kind of weird because after a light Tatsu combo, he actually doesn't get like any sort of after a light Tatsu combo, Super 1 barely adds any damage at all over his meterless combo. It's like spend an entire bar for an extra fucking 10. So Akuma players usually just save his meter for the raw Super 1s. Like chip out Super 1s or close medium kick Super 1 or low short, low jab, low short Super 1. I don't know which version is the one that removed unblockables. I want to say it's Dreamcast, but I actually don't know. There are also 2 arcade releases, and I think the second arcade release... Ooh. Dash and Demon. I think the second arcade release removed unblockables, but people all play the first one. The thing about air fireball is that even if you parry it, you usually don't have a great scenario. I only know the original arcade release. The glitch. No meter consumed. I only know the original arcade release had unblockables, and so did online edition and this current one. Oh, Akuma's. So normally when you do Akuma's teleport, nice. That round was fast as fuck. Yeah, Ken has a combo from an overhead and Akuma doesn't. That's a big deal. Yeah, so normally Akuma does the full teleport, then has, like, let's say, like 20 frames of recovery, and then he's fine, okay? So it's like 60 frames of teleport, 20 frames of recovery, and then he can block again. But if you do any super, including Elena's healing, which literally doesn't even have hitbox, if you do any super, it instantly cancels the teleport. And then he just has the 20 frames of recovery, or whatever it is. I don't know the actual amount. But it treats it as though Akuma's teleport just ended, wherever he currently is. But he's still got like the end lag of the teleport. Akuma's got more than Ken in terms of tools. It's just that Ken's tools are a little bit more focused. Akuma's like about as good as Ken, to be 100% honest. Oh yeah, HP wise, that's about accurate. It's like 3/4. Ken is 1200. And Akuma's like 980 or something. Hard Tatsu is 6, I think. Medium is 4. Hard becomes 5 and medium becomes 3 if they miss the startup hit. Oro EX Super 1 could punish teleport, yes. Light Tatsu is always 1. What's Ryu's tools? Ryu has a faster dash than the other Shadows and also a faster low forward. The faster dash actually matters a lot. The faster low forward is kind of nice. He also has EX Donkey Kick, which means his 1-bar combos are strong as fuck. Ryu's like 1-bar combos. Ryu's EX combos do like as much as Ken's super combos. Ryu hits like a freight train. Ryu's like the strongest Shoto. Also, Ryu's supers all function radically differently than the other Shotos. Super 1 is pretty much like Akuma's Super 1. It's a little bit worse, because he's got a little bit harder time setting it up. But Super 2 is, you know, fucking 60% off of any parry. And then also, Super 3 is, like, unblockable setups. Different people put different amounts of value in the taunt. Going for the taunt at all sacrifices a little bit of Oki. But going for the taunt also gives you damage if you happen to get, you know, a nice hit. Akuma can get, Akuma has soft knockdown setups that still give him time to taunt. Ryu's mix-ups are more pure than Ken's. Or, I mean, Ken's are better. Ryu's are more fair, is what I meant to say. Ken's are more pure and Ryu's are more fair. Ken has, like, you know, overhead into super. Ken has higher... Ken with double DP technically has, like, better meterless damage than Ryu. Although there aren't that many Kens who have that. But Ken has better Okizeme. I mean, it's the difference between the Shotos is not that big in this game. Ryu is still regarded to be like a mid-high or just a high tier. He's had a lot of tournament success. Yeah, Ken has really great punishing power. I should have said that. In addition to being able to get crazy links, Ken can punish every -3 attack in the game, which is actually a shit ton of attacks in third strike. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's -3. Or worse. And a lot of it is kind of intending to be safe. Like, there's so many tools in this game where they're supposed to be safe attacks, but they're like -3. Like fucking overheads and shit. Auras, Stand Fierce, Yuri and Stand Renhouse are both worse than -3 on hit, I think. Or Stand Strong is worse than -3 on block. Ken's low forward is -3, I think. Alex's all versions of Alex's dash punch, including EX / elbow. Ryu's, I don't think Ryu gets destroyed that much. Akuma's neutral kind of compensates for his low health in this game, I feel. A lot of the time if you hit Akuma, you don't get a huge combo. Because a lot of the time if you hit him, he's in the air. A lot of his attacks are kind of hard to parry too. Nice. Jump jab has a different timing than anti-air attacks, so people might not be ready to parry there. And if they do parry there, then that sacrifices their ability to parry actual like anti-air DPs and stuff. Ryu are very different. Ryu and Ken are very different. I don't know why I said Ryu by himself. Despite the fact that they share like almost all their normals and specials. Just little differences in the supers and the command normals end up making kind of a big difference in the way they play. Ken's EX Air Tatsu is a lot better than Ryu's as well. Ryu's Air Tatsus are not anything to write home about. Ken's EX Air Tatsu is one of the best EX moves. What's all these jump jabs? Why does that keep working? New meta. Bath is whenever you're in the air to do nothing but find the parry for a throw, a foolproof strategy for Dudley. I don't know if I'd really be looking for a throw if I'm looking for an air parry. Nice damage on that. That's probably true, but that's still a really weird reason to pull it out like that. I think he's purely going for an unusual anti-air parry timing. Nice DP. That was like a hard read on that too. That's the best part. He got the autocorrect and he went for an anti-air DP in a situation where the opponent can't air parry. I don't know if it's all jump jabs are active infinitely. That's how it worked in Street Fighter 2, but I don't know if it's true in this game. I don't think auras are, but to be honest, I never ever hit air lights. Or air mediums, except medium cake. Aura has literally no reason to use air jab and air short that I'm aware of. Maybe something with his Super 2 resets. Night. Oh, that's a weird thing he did. Probably a failed card EP or something. I don't know. What the fuck? That was weird. Sweep. That doesn't juggle. Well, it doesn't juggle on Akuma anyway. It works on, like, Q. Or not Q, Alex. Works on Alex. Medium kick is what a lot of Ken players do. Oh, that didn't combo. Oh, that was such a nice red. And he got the correct number of parries. Red parrying in the middle of a Tatsu and he knew how many parries he had to get still. This Ken player is great. That's some of the best play I've ever seen for this game. That was a good red. That might not have been a red at that range. I'm pretty sure it still was. They didn't show the color during the freeze because wrong frames. What are the good instant overheads in this game? There aren't a whole lot. People don't go for instant overheads that much. There are a lot of very vertical attacks, but people usually use them a little bit on the way down, like at the height of their jump. Both of ours, jump hard kick and jump medium kick, can instant overhead. That was Ken going for it. What a kill! I would have punished with target combo. I can't believe he jumped roundhouse. Yagyo Dama and Yagyo Odama are Oro's boogers. Neo Riki is the command grab. I don't know the fireball's name. Cute. Dudley has a lot of anti-air sequences where the parries are all pretty similar timing. Rose to cover the meaty. Light of Virtue for Remy's fireball. And then Rising Rage Flash? I don't know. Don't know the name of that might be the Super 2 name. It's like RRF, I think, is the abbreviation for his flash kick. I don't know who this Ken is. And then Cool Blue Kick, I think, or Cold Blue Kick for the quarter circle back kick. There are a lot of names in this game. It's not like move list was well circulated for this game. The only names people really know are the ones they say it aloud. Blue Nocturne is right. Everyone knows the super names because they're just right there. That being said, I'm not even sure I know every super move in this game by name. I know all of Laura's move names, I think. Sunset Wheel, right? It's the command grab. And then you've got Volt Charge. You got Thunderclap. And then I think Bolt Charge, I think. Or is it Volt Charge? And then medium Bolt Charge can turn into Rodeo Break. Or oh, what the fuck? He must have wanted a DP there. What a big motion to do. That's one parry after the freeze. One frame. Parry after the freeze. I think it's Bolt Charge. Multi-line is her V-trigger, I think. No, that might be her V-skill. Okay, yeah, I don't know. That could even be one of her TCs. I bet that's her V-skill. V-skill final answer. See this kind of stuff. This is why Makoto... Oh, dead? Yeah. Her V-skill has 3 different names, but they might all start with linear movement. I don't know if the overhead does, but it might. If Makoto stuns Dudley, oh, we might see it. Yep. Oh, he didn't even go for it. If Makoto stuns Dudley, Fukiyaga hits him on the ground. Fukiyaga is a strong combo starter. I've already rewatched my fucking parry video like 4 times. First one for quality assurance, and then 3 more just to make sure, or just to reevaluate. I think it came out pretty well. 20 minutes long. It's a lot of info. Aggressively parrying while getting hit. Parrying against Makoto is pretty scary, because she can just kill you. That was the startup of a Karakusa. Very optimal. Oh. He did low strong. I don't know, to halt the dash or what. But he really canceled a... Oh, that was nice. Yeah, Ken's afraid of the command grab. Usually the a-cho footage is not as high level as the GameSpot footage, but this is way more high level. Yo, maybe I'm 3S Jesus if I go to Wednesday Night Fights again this Wednesday and still come in first. Then we'll know. We'll see if it was a fluke or not. Depends on whether fucking Amir's there. Depends on whether I can clutch it out against Vi again. I'm feeling pretty confident. I usually just mash, reversal, stomp. It depends on what character you play, I guess. I mean, I can just give you the link. My pad doesn't seem to... It's picky. I don't know how to make it work on PS4. I've had it work on PS4. You can plug in a PS4 controller, sync it, and then unplug the PS4 controller and plug in the pad. And sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. And I don't understand what the difference is. There's a nice walk out of the corner. Ken can't jump over Ken. Optimal. Optimal. So you always get that punish there. But if you red parry the second hit and then regular parry the third, you get a jump in. I had that in my parry video, actually. That exact scenario. Very nice to see it in a match, though. I would never go for something like that. I already get, like... Well, I labbed it with Oro once. Oro can't get a jump in after that, like, almost no matter what. Oro's jump is too stupid. He has a bad arc. Ken goes under him. If I jump back, I go too far back. If I jump up, Ken goes under. It's a nice idea. Yeah, look at that. He walked all the way into. That's the best part. He saw that he parried a sweep. And he's like, oh, I can walk in after this. Yeah, Urien has to red parry to get a crouch hard punch. But he can do low strong, or I mean stand strong into EX headbutt, and that's a launcher. You just block low for the entire Shippu, and then you, as the Shippu ends, you release low, you release down, and then you do stand strong into up plus punches. That's like what Urien does there, I think. No, almost no Uriens do that, but it's actually quite good there. Highest one by damage I've seen in Omega, probably somewhere in 450 territory, without using counter hits or jump ins, or level 3 focuses. Just starting off with a fucking raw ass connect. Oh, I got the double DP. I had a lot of fun playing Balrog last BAF Cup. I did pretty well too, all things considered. Might be my Omega main for a little while. I should learn his proper dash upper combos. Heavy upper into light upper and stuff. It's Hugo, T-Hawk, Zangief. Oh, he got the bait and he went for the whip punish and missed it. Your win was pretty good. You could probably win a BAF Cup if you tried real hard. If you practiced the right things. Ooh. Ken's perfectly spaced for that, huh? After a back throw? After back throwing Remy into the corner? No, I've never had a third strike BAF Cup. It would probably be a wash. I'd probably just win. There probably wouldn't be that many entrants. Those are the main reasons I haven't done it. No entrants plus a wash. Maybe I'll do one. I'd probably want to do it on Fight Cake because it's free and because it plays better. More people are gonna have it than 30th. It's not like it's out of the question. I could do one. I just haven't had one yet. He did a successful universal overhead into a fishing low parry. Yeah, I could probably get some of them. Especially if I threw some money in. Herb's the actual best RO in North America. Ooh. This is all YouTube. a-cho, game a-cho. And game spot versus. And sometimes the Shend. And then various other places. Oh, that was a failed light DP. Excuse me. From low short stand jab you can get a light DP, but you have to be instant. That was a failed super confirm. Not 100% sure by what mechanism he confirmed that. He might have just done it. Ryugumba's back. Came in and said hello, and then left. My god. He's just holding down back, and then he just low parries a fucking low poke. How do you know? When two people both react to the fact that neither the other one is doing anything. I've never done EX3's trials. Isn't EX3 on like PS2? Nice. All these optimized combos. It's wild to see any Ken go for the light confirms into DP. Because they're really inconsistent. You gotta be like lightning quick. It's not enough to, like, it's not that you just have to react lightning quick, but you also need to cancel on like the first frame. He had a kill there. And now he's dead. They're living through that. Couldn't even parry it. Can't stop yawning, I hate this. My body suddenly got hit by the hey, you should sleep. But I've got to stay awake for 6 more hours. It might have been impossible to kill. Maybe that put him down to 6. He might have been able to do like EXDP instead of light DP. I don't even know how much damage that adds. It's not a lot. Does like almost the same for spending the bar. He really just light DP a forward dash? Timeout. What'd we just see? I think he did. What are the roundhouses? He roundhouse 2 forward dashes as well. That's a weird thing to do. I'm pretty sure that one or both hits of close to roundhouse from Akuma are overheads, but I don't remember exactly how it works. I almost never see it. I think the first hit whiffs on a row. He got the close medium kick and didn't confirm. Might be trying to save the meter. Nice. Oh, it still came out. I thought Remy successfully stopped it with that EX. That was probably unsafe. He had to like reversal flash kick. I don't know if it was unsafe. If I were Remy, I probably would have done a reversal super or something. Or, I mean, you know, in a perfect world where I could have stopped time and thought about it. Actual match me would have definitely hit low strong and probably eaten a super. Unless low strong actually prevented the super. Parrying that actually, it builds you some meter, but Akuma can mix you up while you're parrying it. So if you're going to parry it, it kind of introduces some danger. But you can just shift over to blocking. You can like parry once or twice and then block, which is what I usually do there. Generally speaking, in this game, you're very vulnerable to parries while blocking. I mean, fuck. Mix-ups while parrying. I must be tired. See, that was that. Exactly what I'm talking about. A little bit, one parry to get some meter. And then block to be safe against mix-ups. Over. It's like impossible for Ken to live there. No one said anything for like 3 minutes. Sometimes the chat moves so fast and sometimes it moves so slow. And I don't know if I should just refresh it every time it slows down. But if it went down, then it would have been the 3rd time today. Is it really going down that often? Nice. No one said anything, bust. Nice, he got it. No, he didn't get it. I thought he got it. That looked like the good height. He didn't even care though, I just had to use an extra super. Medium Tatsu works into super, I think, on all characters. And then medium Tatsu works to medium DP on most characters, and medium Tatsu works to heavy DP on some characters. But I don't know who the characters are. I'm alright, I'm tired. Akuma's medium Tatsu combos are not well explored. I shouldn't say well explored, they're not well utilized. But they're risky. I ain't going to bed or anything. I got work tonight. I would be waking up in 13 minutes for work. He saw it. I feel like a parrot watching this footage. He's got EX. Yep. Oh, you can leave. Maybe you wanna. Maybe you wanna have a good night. I swear we've had several matches start exactly like that. Nice. If you don't use the fireball, it actually does a smidge more damage. I mean, it's not like I get my car. It's still like, you know, a one-frame window. Ken does have invincibility on hard DP, I think, but not till it hits. Like a well-timed meaty can still beat him. The thing is, like, most meaties are timed so that they will stuff you on frame 1 of your wake up. Okay? Or they'll hit you on frame 1 of your wake up. And I think Ken with the reversal hard DP is invincible on frame 1 of his wake up. But he's not invincible like frame 3 of his wake up. And the hard DP only hits on like frame 4 or something like that. So you can still counter hit him out of it, but it's got a little bit of invincibility at times where he would normally be, you know, where you'd normally be trying to time your meaty. I've stuffed reversal Ken hard DP with just a universal overhead. Oh. It said reverse on the screen. I saw the fire in his hand and he just got stuffed. Nice. Stepped on. There's also a little bit of throw invincibility on Wake Up and Third Strike, and Shoryukens, like all Shoryuken style moves, will get to their throw invincibility by the time the natural Wake Up invincibility ends. Their counter hits do not exist in this game. The game has no way of checking for them. There's something like counter hits. There's crouch hits. If you hit someone who's crouching, they take bonus damage and they are in hit stun longer. You also take a little bit more guard damage while blocking low. Fun fact. Which isn't common knowledge. But it's fairly easy to see if you do like a blocked KKZ on a standing opponent versus a crouching opponent. Something that does a whole bunch of guard damage. I think Alpha 3 came out 90... It came out right around the same time as this game, I think. Alpha 3 might be 98. This game was 99. I don't remember the exact year, Alpha 3. Alpha 3 might have came out after New Generation, though. I feel like it did. And this game's just using very, you know, progressed New Generation mechanics. Oh, bad confirm. He went for the Oki, but you have time to taunt there in that setup. Yeah, see, that was a hard DP working. It wasn't even true reversal. I think he could have killed with super there. The meme combo. Strong, fierce, light DP, juggle super 3. Get 1 to 2 hits. It would have been a bad idea to use it, but I think it was available. You timed that for a quick stand, which you kind of didn't do. Pretty much everyone quick stands all the time in this game, so it's very easy to time all of your Okis for quick stand. For the most part, that doesn't matter, since most Okis have very little startup, so you can just time another Oki for non-quick stand. But it can fuck up your timing. There's no actual advantage to not quick standing for most characters. Fun fact, if Ryu gets anti-air close jab, he can reset the opponent into a super, but if he gets anti-air far jab, he can't. Guard jump probably is just jump and then parry like on your, or like, I don't know. Are we talking about chicken guarding here, or are we talking about like jump instant air parry? I was thinking about it like jump instant air parry, but it could be block low for the first few frames to break up and then hold up back. Yeah. I was doing that against Bae a lot. He didn't have a punish for it. I've never heard anyone call it that, but I don't think I've ever heard anyone make a name for it. It's that new shit. I mean, it's not new. Nice. Oh, that was a cross-up? Ambiguous as hell. Ken had already attacked, so he couldn't parry, even though his attack recovered. Attacking at all midair sacrifices your ability to parry. Oh my god, that's... Oh, that was dead OS. That was dead OS. Behold. Look at Ken's meter. I was like, what the fuck was kind of confirmed was that? Right here. If his stand fierce is blocked, then he will not build enough meter for a super. If his stand fierce hits, he will build enough meter for a super. So he can just do a stand fierce and pray. Like, it's not even prayer. He can just do a stand fierce and cancel out the super. And he gets an auto option select. I haven't seen that one in a minute. This is such good footage. Oh, he got it. He didn't even get the dash before. Precise. Makoto is a wide boy. Ooh. On the ground and midair. Ah. So much for that. I was gonna say this could easily just, you know. Oh, it ended. Bust. I've still got about 30 minutes before work. This is Okay, this is full screen. Same ass resolution. Japanese Marvel 2, huh? This team looks almost like a top tier team. Looks like 2/3 of a top tier team. This team is also 2/3 of a top tier team. But then we got a Spiral and a Cap. Spiral I think is considered to be like high mid. But it's been so long since I've seen her that I don't actually remember. I don't even remember anything about her. I know she's got sword stuff. She can like summon them and then shoot them as like staggered projectiles. I think her supers are good. I don't remember. That hypercharging stars invincible to projectiles, I think. Rarely useful, but it's there. You don't usually see Storm Psylocke so much as you see Magneto Psylocke. I mean, you often... Storm Psylocke is still a staple. Oh, my alarm. It's still a common-ass core. But if you're going to do, like, air dash abuse, Magneto is usually seen as slightly better. Storm's like a better character. I just wouldn't think to put Psylocke as your assist of choice on this team. Oh, that's big punish. It should have been. Raw tag. In MVCI, Cap has all of his projectile invincibility. In this game, he's only got the one super. I think. I know Cap has an interesting selection of normals. I don't know anything else about him. But I think he has some abusable stuff with like a crouch hard kick. And his air sequences are good. Or something. Okay, this is it. This team right here on the left. This is like year one Marvel 2. Every team looked like this. Juggernaut was very common. Iceman was very common. MVC1 characters were very common. This is like a guy who just like I don't know. He woke up from a time capsule. Woke up from a 20-year coma. He's like, I'm gonna go play some Marvel 2. And the other team looks like I don't play this game, but these guys look like they'd be easy to play. Ryu Morgan, fucking Spider-Man. Anti-air DP. Iceman has good projectile lockdown, and also he takes no chip at all, ever. There's some other nice things he does. But that's the big stuff. Yeah, I'm going to say Street Fighter 2. I might also say Street Fighter 4 until Ultra. But that one's harder to say because Akuma's been low-key as good as Ryu in all of them. Juggernaut's huge damage, fucking baby combos, giant hitboxes. It was enough. Classically, Akuma's better in Alpha 3. I think it's probably true. But Ryu's always performed about as well as he has. They're pretty close. Ryu has really, really good guard break stuff and just light corner abuse. Ryu has great custom combos. Akuma does as well. But Ryu has like corner combos that are like touch of stun, which is nice. Okay, that's just it's an unusual top tier team, but the left is a top tier team. You don't really see Doom without Strider anymore, but you used to. I think Sabretooth is supposed to be okay. I don't know about Spider-Man. I don't know anything about Sabretooth. I've seen him played at like high level though. Or got him. Web ball. Got him. He can kill. He's got enough meter. Huh? DHC? I think he was close enough to the ground that he could have landed and then re-jumped and done another air hyper viper beam. Oh, that was nice. I can actually see Spider-Man being okay here. Sentinel's great. Don't get me wrong, he's like #1 in the game. Maybe. But Spider-Man repeated jump pressure on cornered Sentinel with no fucking assist. Seems like it'd probably be good for Spider-Man. Nice man. No. Oh, he's got a gambit. And Marrow. Oh, this is a Capcom fanboy on the right. Ruby, Strider, fucking Hayato. The worst team. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it would just be the 3 worst characters. Because definitely, yeah, Daniel Serbot is a contender. But there might be a worse team. Even like the really bad characters have some interesting things they can do. Like a Mingo. That might be unsafe. He didn't go for a punish. That has like no recovery if you do the mid-air version, but he did the ground one. I've seen teams where Mara did work, but I don't know if she needs like team support or if she is team support or what. I like Mara a lot actually. Where are the assists? He had to come confirm out of that. All the raw tags. They don't care. Oh, he tried to interrupt it. I think he just advanced and then blocked it. Well, I don't know, because then DHC was possible. Now it's not. Oh, that was still a punish. Full screen. That's weird. It's all the raw tags, dude. He had the meter to DHC. Didn't he have a double jump there to go over that? Oh my god, Raw Tag is so unsafe. Time's over. I think he's got it. I think I have it. Oh, that's team... Wait. That's not Scrub. What is that? Storm sent Captain Commando. That team has a name, but I forget who it is. It's not Scrub, it's not Matrix. Matrix is Cyclops. This is someone's team. Well, I shouldn't say someone. It's a lot of players' teams, but someone made this team very famous. And they're both using it. Is this Santhrex's team? That sounds right. Team Santhrax. No, I don't remember. Sanford has like the best Sentinel of maybe any person. It might be Yipes. I don't remember. Yeah, he does have him. I feel like MSP is probably the team that I'm the most afraid of in this game, from all the footage I've ever seen of it. MSP seems like it might be the best team in the game. It's hard to say. In terms of tiers, MSS is the best team in the game. But tiers isn't just like, it's not the end all be all. For a human, the best team is Matrix. Maybe. Didn't Justin play Matrix? Here's some MSP versus a fucking Juggernaut. Alright. Head crush. It didn't work. And now, well, he could have killed Juggernaut. MSP has a fucking four-way mix-up into infinite. That's pretty nasty. And it's safe. And it's also good pressure. And you drop the infinite, it's still your turn. Add on the fact that Magneto's a good character anyway. Head crush does so much damage. And the walking hitbox is also a walking hitbox. He's got the meter to chip her out. I say maybe do it. Fuck the police. I think Storm is supposed to be really, really fucking good against Sentinel. It's not like it's all 5-5s across the top tiers in this game. think Storm is like a Sentinel counterpick. What's it? Strider is also like a 7-3 against Sentinel. Strider is like weirdly really good against Sentinel. I shouldn't say weirdly. He's a giant hurt box, and you've got fucking orbs. Fuck work. My work technically starts at 8. I don't even need to start prepping until 7. There's a Ken. Top tiers versus a Ken. Ken has some interesting stuff. Ken is one of the better Capcom side characters. It's weird to say. He's got a lot of invincibility floating around. Like his Shippu super is like fully invincible. His heavy DP is fully invincible, I think. He's got good hitboxes and decent movement. A lot of damage on that. I think his supers are all pretty bad, hitbox wise. Probably damage wise too. Setup wise. This Ken player is doing pretty well, all things considered. This is kill. That was kind of a high jump. Can he still do it? Oh, it was enough. I thought he needed another. I think he thought he was on the other side. I think regular, yeah. Hyper Viper Beam punishes Hyper Viper Beam. It's like a full screen instant projectile. Viper. It's fucking Omega Red. I heard a lot of people asking for this character in MVCI, and I kind of see it. I don't know anything about him. He's got whips. Tentacles. That's all I know. I think he was considered to be kind of strong for a while, and then I think he dropped the fuck off. There was a player who was kind of famous for using Omega Red. I remember that, but that's all I remember. So he must be competitively viable just a little bit, or he was on the right team. Here's Shinku. I don't know if there's range damage in this game based on projectiles. When did that start? Close range projectiles doing more damage than far away projectiles, or beams rather. That wasn't MVCI, was it? I think that was already there, but I don't remember when it was invented. Yeah, they should add more captains. I wonder if there's anyone out there who played Captain America and Captain Marvel in MVCI. That super does a lot of damage. That stand H or whatever it is where she throws all of her arms at you. I think they all cancel too. Is this one of those Team Super teams? I don't know. lot of damage on that. A lot of range too. A lot of invincibility, I think. They did their thing where they make Akuma kind of good on purpose, but in this game, you know, they didn't realize just how, like, you know, how big the gaps were in tier. A Tron Assist was really popular early on. There's like a bug with Tron Assist that it hits twice as much as it's supposed to or some nonsense. But it does like really high damage for an assist. This was referenced in Marvel 3, where Tron has very, very good damage on her assist. Very good hitbox. It's not crazy damage. Doesn't scale, there you go. Tron even being in Marvel 3 is purely because she was played quite a lot in Marvel 2. And the reason she was played quite a lot in Marvel 2 is because of that glitch. How is every track in this game so perfect? I feel like Tron is about as Japanese as you can get, appeal-wise. Whoa. This is some kind of advanced bug. Occasion striked off the map with a life lead, no less. I've never actually seen this glitch. That's pretty cool. Win by time over. People say timer has no place in fighting games. Oh, they just turn it off? I'd wait for it. That was great in my opinion. Earned win. Storm Sentinel, Cyclops. It's got Matrix. And then we got actual top tiers. The sheer amount of crap that this game's shipped with. The amount of bug testing. Bug testing was probably just to hair all the characters in the game. If you pick Storm, do you end up with a Storm once you actually get in? Oh, he dropped it. He got a really low connect on the Storm's air sweeper. That air dashing was kind of good. Sentinel's one of those characters with a really, really high skill ceiling. All the flight characters are for the most part. This game in general has a really high skill ceiling, which is why the player placement was so consistent. Because there were, even among the top players, there were like big gaps in skill. It was really hard for the common man to break through against Justin Wong or Sanford Kelly. Oh, the hard drive to try and go through it. Not much invincibility on that in this game. Gets a lot more later on. This is good footage. Essential Cyclops Super. I love when people start doing dumbass DHCs right at the end of a match. Cyclops seems to be pretty good. The thing is, he's like a fair character.
まあエボの影響でゴッドフィストさんもこちらに来てくれたんですかね。
多分そうだと思いますね。
まあエボの時外国人のお客様多かったですからね。
Yeah, the angle is kind of nice on Cyclops Assist. And the invincibility is pretty fucking nice too. Sure we all agree. This man has Ryu and Ken and Akuma. It's the most pure team in this whole game. Imagine if we had like 3 years where this was the only fighting game people played and the only permissible team was Ryu, Ken, Akuma. Imagine what it would look like by the end of that 3 years. Probably be a pretty great fighting game, to be honest. Imagine playing Marvel 2 and only playing Ryu, Ken, Akuma. We got something somehow. I should probably start getting ready for work now. Since I actually want to make a stop before I get to work. Pick up something from Walmart. Yeah. I'm going to put this on watch later and watch the rest of it some other time.